All right, welcome JessPressStart to the show. She's a creator over on
Hi.
Twitch and TikTok. You can say hi.
Hi.
She's known for her Girls Who Game TikToks, being a witchy tarot card pulling streamer, and she also loves games like The Witcher, Baldur's Gate 3, Stardew Valley, Spiritfarer, and so much more. Jess, how have you been?
So much more. I'm good. Just living and surviving and breathing and just life. Just
Life.
life.
Oh my gosh, dude, every time I see your room, I'm like, it's gorgeous in there. Like, how the
You know,
hell?
it's you know, I it's really not that like crowd. It's a very empty-ish room. I think it just
Mhm.
looks, I don't know, it's the lights. It's the lights.
Yeah. It looks cozy. I love the aesthetic of your place, but
Yeah, thanks.
I've been really excited to see them over on your stream because you've been streaming
hmm
a hell of a lot
I
actually lately.
have. I have, or at least I'm trying to. I'm trying to stream a
Right.
little bit more consistently now that obviously I had to do a big move within the
Mhm.
last year. And now we have like our own little room for streaming and gaming and all that stuff.
Mhm.
So your girl has been doing it a little bit more consistent. I mean, it's only twice a week, but
That's pretty
that's
good
fine.
though. I
Yeah,
mean,
twice a week is fine.
right, because you started streaming back in 2022 or 23.
23,
Right.
I think. Yeah, 2023. And obviously, I wasn't really consistent with that because I wasn't really sure how to start. I was
It's kind of hard.
mostly, it is a little hard. I was mostly streaming with like Chris, my boyfriend, and
hmm
some of his friends. And the thing about streaming is that imposter syndrome will get you.
Okay, cool. Because that was my next question. If you were like always confident about it, were you nervous?
No, no. It got to the point where I was like, who the hell cares about
Oh
little
no.
old me?
Right.
And I mean, that's like me being super honest. It's just
Yeah.
like the imposter syndrome just kind of like got to me. And I was like, yeah, but who wants to watch me? Like there's so many other great people that stream, like, I don't know, like I'm like who cares? But I worked on that.
Right. Right.
I'm still currently working on that.
hmm
And now I guess I don't care in a different way
hmm
where I'm just like, okay, if people like me, if people want to watch me, like if I start to build like a cute little community of people who just think I'm cool to be around, like obviously I want to create a safe space.
hmm
Um, and people who are into tarot or astrology, and even if you're not into that, I'm chill too. Like I'm not all
Yeah.
woo woo all the time. um but yeah, now I'm just like, you know what, fuck it. Like if people want to watch me, people want to watch me, and if I'm gonna just sit here and talk to myself, I'll do that too.
Yeah.
you know
Yeah,
It'll
I
happen
recently,
eventually.
yeah, I recently had a person on and they've been streaming for years, but basically what he was kind of saying is that he has become really good at talking to himself. So even if there's no one in the stream, it doesn't even matter cuz he like processes things out loud in the game. And I mean, I think to a certain degree most of us have that. It's almost like
hmm
training yourself for streams, to be. I think for me the one thing that stood out was like reading every single line. I was like, this is a lot.
yeah,
Do you ever
yeah,
have
like,
like moments where you're like, this is tough?
yeah. Oh, a hundred
Yeah.
thousand percent. That's why, like, as much as I love Spirit Fair, all you're doing is reading
Right. The entire time.
all the entire fucking time. And so when you have maybe one person to two people, if that, watching you,
Right.
especially in the beginning, you're just like, I'm reading to myself.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And, originally, what I wanted to I was like I've always wanted to be a cozy gamer, like play cozy
Oh my
games.
god, I remember that. I feel like I
And
remember that coming across.
yeah, and it's just it completely went the total opposite. Like I feel like I would consider myself like chaotic cozy.
Yeah.
I'm not really necessarily playing the cozy games, uh, but I wanna eventually add cozy elements, but with like chaos, if
Right.
that makes any sense.
Right. So let me take it back a lot because I feel like we touched on some things here and there. So
Yeah.
I actually met Jess a long time ago through Instagram on my personal account. She was had an Instagram account for the woo woo stuff. I'll let you talk about this actually. You probably have better words for it.
Yeah, so, almost 7 years ago, I started an Instagram. Before I was JessPressStart, I was the Unfiltered Witch, and most people really know me by that name. And, during it was actually before COVID, I had this page and I would just post a tarot card reading or just tarot of the day, card of the day, like, and then obviously during COVID, I started doing live streaming, like I would call it Tarot Tuesday with TT, and
Yeah, I
just
do
do
remember that.
tarot readings for the collective or, you know, stuff like that. And I would add astrology into it. So yeah, like you and I have known each other way before the streaming world.
Yeah, which is so interesting that how that even ended up happening. I feel like
Yeah.
at some point, I don't know if it just happened or if I happened to like notice it all at once, but I just remember the gaming stuff coming into some of the posts, and then I think I remember you saying something about, "Oh, I'm buying equipment and I'm gonna start streaming," and I was like, "What? No way!" Because back in 2020, I'd streamed with my friend for a little bit, like a month, and I was like, "Man, that'd be cool if I did it on my own." And then I saw you do it, and I was like, "Oh my god, my worlds are colliding!" Like here.
Yeah, yeah. I remember specifically when you started streaming and I was like, holy shit. I was like, hell yeah. And I saw that you were fucking killing it. So I was like, hell yeah, brother, like get that. And then, I wasn't as consistent with the streaming, just 'cause like work and
Felt
life and
felt
again,
in 2020 and getting back to life.
yeah, and then of course like the whole imposter syndrome thing
Hmm.
of like being like, well, who fucking cares? Who
Yeah,
cares? Um, so yeah, I've known Bambina before she was Bambina.
I know it's crazy. Also,
To the
I
point
don't.
where I'm
Yeah.
like, to the point where I'm like, wait, what's her actual name? But like,
That's so funny.
I was
Uh,
like, I think I know it.
no, yeah, it's funny because this weekend my friend is gonna come into town, and he was like very much all over my personal like Instagram. So if anything, you
Mhm.
probably know exactly who I'm talking about.
Like your best friend?
Yeah, yeah. He's
Yeah,
gonna
yeah,
come into
yeah.
town
Have
this
you gone?
weekend.
Yeah. Oh, nice, nice, nice. I love
Yeah.
that.
It's so fun. I'm excited to see him, but it's weird because like I have Jess here, which knows some of my personal life, and then also I feel like from your Instagram back then, I feel like I knew what your mom looked like and your pets look like, and I'm like, that's so interesting now, because
Yeah, yeah,
most of the
yeah. So
time
it,
in this online space, like you don't know, you almost know very little about everybody.
right. You think you know people from like a social standpoint, but you don't in a way.
Right.
Um, but yeah, we know a little bit of each other
Yeah. Yeah,
somewhat.
yeah. So, yeah, backstory too, just moved multiple states to where she is now, but
Hmm.
that's what we were kind of talking about in the beginning.
Yeah, 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 yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
Which has been cool because I also have moved multiple states. So it's like, it's crazy.
We're just aligning.
I know,
We're just
just
aligning.
aligning. But anyway, let's get to the start of how you got into gaming. How did that, were you
Well,
always into games? Did you have somebody kind of introduce you?
yeah, like, I have a brother that's like 7 years older. So, I mean, I literally have a photo of me as a little child, like watching my brother play video games. So I grew up watching my brother play Mortal Kombat, Street Fighter, you know, like all these like classic PlayStation games. Um, so I feel like that obviously I got introduced to video gaming really
Mm-hmm.
young. Um, but it was really up until like 2014.
Whoa.
Um, yeah, it was really up until 2014 where Mortal Kombat X was coming out. And of course, like I'm a big, huge MK fan. Like I love that game so
Yeah.
much. Like it's one of those like nostalgic games for me. And there was a new game coming out. So I bought my first Xbox like with my own money.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
And for the longest time, that was the only game that I really had on my Xbox. Um, but I was watching like a bunch of YouTubers. Like I was watching Jacksepticeye, I was watching Markiplier, I was watching Dashy XP, or you know what I mean? Like I was watching
Mm-hmm.
like all these YouTubers and I was like, "Oh, well that could be fun. Like I would love to do that." Um, so that's kind of where it's really started, but obviously I met my boyfriend that I'm still
Mm-hmm.
with, and he's a huge gamer. So when we got together, the first game that we started playing together was Apex.
Mm-hmm.
And we played that game for years. And then I feel like after that, that's when like the floodgates open. And I got into like all these different games. He introduced me to so many different games, and now the floodgates are open and I can't like that's one thing him and I have in common is just playing video games and like talking about them and talking about like old school style games and what he's into and what he used to play and what I used to play as a kid. So it's like our love language in a sense.
I love that though, because I do remember in the beginning when you were streaming, like I'm talking early. It was like Apex,
Yeah.
and I was like, really interesting. Not
That
because
fucking
it's not
game.
funny, like or not a good thing to stream, but I was like, I didn't
Yeah.
peg you to be like an Apex player, so that's where I was like, oh, okay, interesting.
And
But
like
now that you say
yeah.
that, I feel like I have seen it go from like Apex to like opening into different things.
Oh, for sure. I mean, Apex can still be fun if
Yeah.
they didn't completely fuck up that game because my God. But then yeah,
Hmm.
totally opened up a whole new world of gaming for me. And, I got introduced to like, like indie games that like no
Hmm.
one's ever heard of. And I think that's where Spirit Fair came along, and Spirit Fair completely opened up a whole new world for me of like indie games and like beautiful just story games. And I
Hmm.
feel like that's where I'm kind of heading is just like I want a good story. I want to feel something. I want to
Right.
cry. I want to get angry. I want to like I
Yeah.
want to shed a tear. Like I
Right.
want to be like shook. I want to be like, "Oh my God, like what the hell just happened?"
Right.
And um I feel like Spiritfarer and
I know I have
Ori
yet to
was
play Ori. I
also,
I own both of them. So
please do.
I know.
Please
I hear it's
do. Oh my
hard.
God. It's a little hard, but honestly, it's so worth it. And it's
Hmm.
one of the most beautiful games literally ever. Besides Spiritfarer, I feel like Spiritfarer is always going to be my number one
Hmm.
baby.
Hmm.
But Ori is definitely a close second for sure.
Right. So are there like story beats without like talking about spoilers, but are there story beats or themes in those games that you just mentioned that stuck out to you particularly? Because I know obviously Spiritfarer, because we've both played that. It's basically about
Yeah.
processing death.
Processing death. Yeah. Ori is also very emotional.
Really?
Um, yeah, like it's really kind of like finding yourself
Ooh.
and
I wasn't
yeah,
expecting that.
like
I was like, platform game?
it is a platform game,
Yeah.
but you kind of discover it's just honestly it's like visually a really beautiful game.
Mm-hmm.
Um I I highly recommend anyone playing Ori. Like it is just so freaking good.
Mm-hmm. Well, to bring this all kind of back, have you always been into creating or making fun things? Have you always been like, let me do something with my hands, let me make art? I know we can probably talk about your job.
Yeah. Yeah. I feel like I've always wanted to create, but I never really considered myself an artist.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why. Like people argue with me all the time, being like, "Well, Jess, you do hair." Yeah, I'm a full-time hairstylist. I've been doing hair for 10 years. I think I'm pretty goddamn good at what I do.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but I never considered myself a creative or an artist. I'm just like, I just like to do things because I like to do them.
Yeah.
And and if that means just sitting and playing video games and
Mm-hmm.
reacting to playing video games and just having fun and not really like thinking about it,
Mm-hmm.
then why not? You know what I mean? I'm already an overthinker. I
Mm.
don't want to overthink that creative process too much. Like sometimes because my job is so mentally it can be mentally and physically exhausting. Sometimes I just want to sit down and play a fucking game. Like and not think.
Right, because it's almost like you have to exude like a certain amount of social battery.
Yeah. And
Right.
like internal I'm definitely an introvert, whereas when I go to work, I have to be an extrovert. For
Yeah.
sure. I can't just like be like, yeah, so like what do you want to do today? Like, do you want a
Yeah.
haircut? Like I can't do that.
Right.
Like I definitely think, and I feel like gaming and streaming is a good practice of like using my words because sometimes
Right.
words suck and
Yeah.
I just don't know how to talk
Yeah.
sometimes. Um, but I feel like as introverted as streaming is, it kind of helps with my extroverted side
Mm-hmm.
because I have no choice really but to talk.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, even though I do that at work all the time and I have to talk to new people all the time and strike up a conversation, I feel like each one helps the other, if that
Right.
makes
No, I
any
hear you
sense.
like completely. Not that I know what hairdressing is like, but I hear you as far as the streaming side goes. I feel like you have to be quick on your feet, know what to say, not offend somebody, read something on end, like that.
Hmm.
Streaming and just reading like that definitely helped me with like speaking.
Right, right. And yeah, so I've noticed that each like streaming and hairstyling like helps each other in
Right.
like totally different ways. And yeah, especially the whole reading part during streaming, because I'm like, I'll be doing something and I'll try to read something, and then I'm like, yeah, yeah, that's so funny.
Right.
And then like I'm totally reading a whole different thing.
Yeah.
So, your girl's getting better at it, but especially because I'm still quite small. Like
Hmm.
I'm still quite small. I'm still getting my feet wet. I'm not even surpassed like 200 followers. Like I'm still quite small. Like you were there when I got rated by like 20 people, and I was like,
That was exciting. I
I
told my
don't know
friend, I was
what
like,
to
this is
do.
huge. And I was
I
like,
was like,
this
I don't
sucks
know
that I
what
have
to
to go get my
do.
food delivery right now. I was like, please go hype her up though.
I literally was like, I don't know what to do. What do I do with my words, my hands?
Yeah.
Hi, hello.
Right.
So, it's definitely a work in progress. Yeah, all that good stuff.
Right. So if you were to have the opportunity to content create as a full-time job, because I know you also do TikTok, and that's like
Yeah.
a whole separate thing where I feel like your TikToks are really funny and refreshing because it's not I see maybe this is my own issue, but I see a lot of like Twitch clips as TikToks, and I while I love them and they deliver like a certain part of a stream that was fun or whatever, yours are interesting because you're like, we're gonna go down a list and talk about if this is you, then this is your game. And today I don't feel like doing XYZ, so I'm gonna game on the couch. That one was really fun. Here's my snack. It's just like
Right.
getting a different side
I
of you.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, like, yeah, Twitch clips can be great sometimes to just
Hmm.
kind of get yourself out there.
Right.
Um, but I feel like because a lot of the times this world is so saturated, everyone nowadays wants to be a streamer. And you have to kind of stand out a little bit. And I have one of my best friends that I've literally known since we were 9 years old. She is like my creative, like my like creative muse, and she'll help me out.
Really?
Yeah, yeah, we love her. We love
We
her.
love her.
We love Amelia. She is literally like my creative bestie. She'll help me out, like be like, okay, like talk about, because obviously I always wanted to, in a way, blend tarot astrology into gaming,
Right.
and I'm like, okay, well, how do I do that? And we'll talk on the phone for hours just trying to come up with ideas of like how we can blend those two together. So that's why it's just like I still haven't figured out like the right formula um just yet, but I feel like we're getting there. And again, like this, it's so saturated that you have to be different. So it's like I feel like Twitch clips are fine. They're
Yeah,
fun
yeah.
to see. But yeah, I feel like people who want to watch you like should see a certain side of you.
Right.
Um, just like a human side, because at the end of the day, you're just a human living a normal fucking life.
Yeah. So would you ever, if I guess amongst Twitch and TikTok, would you ever do content creation as a full time job if you had the opportunity?
I think I would. If it really pops off, great. But it's something that I'm not really banking on,
Right.
because I do love my job. I fucking
Mm-hmm.
love my job, and I love doing hair. Do I want things to pop off so maybe I can do hair like twice a week? Maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe. But again, like I love my job. So would it be really fucking cool? Sure. But I don't think it's necessarily like a goal of mine.
Mm-hmm.
I think I like to separate the two a little bit. I think I like, having a little bit of a boundary when it comes to the online world. And if it pops off, then it pops off. Like, if that's totally fine.
Right.
Yeah, it's definitely something that like I'm not really banking on, or it's not like a dream goal of mine.
That's huge because I think a lot of people, they see people online like the YouTubers and the whatever because we all grew up watching them, right? So we're all like, that would be amazing. I'd do anything. So finding and talking to people on this pod and seeing where they land on that scale is always so interesting because either they're super different or they're exactly the same and people are like I like this to be my hobby. I don't know if I want it to go there, but then some people are like, actually, yeah, I would. Which is, I mean, everybody has their goals, right?
Right, right. And like if that's your goal, then shit, fuck it up. You know what I mean? Do your thing.
Right, exactly.
But as of right now, it's not necessarily like a goal to have this thing be a full time. I always say like don't shit where you eat.
That's what my
And
mom says. I'm like, all right, dang. She was
or
talking about
like
something
don't
entirely different, but
you
you
know,
know,
like I think you kind of have to yeah, like don't shit where you eat, right? Or don't eat
yeah.
where you shit. Potato potato.
Yeah.
Um I think having a good boundary, and for me to like stream twice a week, it's perfect. I think it's perfect for right now. And if
Hmm.
that changes, that changes. But yeah, I like to do it for fun. I like to do it for fun, and I try
Yeah.
not to force certain things because then that's how you get burnt out, and that's how you get tired of doing it.
Yeah. I myself have experienced that burnout, and I've seen people get burnt out like every 6 months, and I'm like, we gotta
Mm.
change something, okay? The formula's not working. Like, we gotta put
Yeah,
a wall up or something.
right. I just feel like there's this constant need to grind, grind, grind,
Right.
grind. And I'm like, I don't really want to grind.
Right.
I don't want to grind.
What if I don't want to? What if I do it
What
differently?
if,
But I love that because some people take what they see as the formula and never change anything. And honestly, to me, my own personal opinion, I don't feel like that's the formula to stand out. You know, you're just doing
no,
what everybody else is doing. And granted,
right,
like a lot of this social media stuff, content creation is being liked to a certain degree, but also if you're not yourself, then like isn't it kind of
right.
like gonna break you down over time? I don't know.
Oh, for sure, 100%. I think people see, for example, queso
Mhm.
or Vanilla Mace. Vanilla
Mhm.
Mace recently like blew the fuck up, and
Mhm.
she blew up on TikTok, and obviously she streams and stuff like that, and
Mhm.
people see that and go, "Well, that can happen to me too."
Mhm.
Sometimes it just doesn't, babe.
Yeah.
Sometimes it just doesn't, and that's okay.
Mhm.
Sometimes the grind just takes a little bit longer, but like I'm just here for a good time. Like I'm not here to like grind like I'm in fucking World of Warcraft. Like
Right. I've heard horror
like
stories about that. So.
yeah, like I don't want to grind and burn myself out and eventually have almost like this resentment towards
Mhm.
gaming or like
Mhm.
streaming or anything like that. Like I'm just here to vibe and have a
Right.
good time, and if I build a cute little community, great. And I love that. But right now I'm just literally just chilling. I'm vibing and doing what I love.
Love to hear that. Well, it sounds like you have a really great balance between what's important to you, what keeps you grounded, things to take you offline. So, does that balance come naturally to you, or do you have a certain way of compartmentalizing it, or because some people can get really sucked in really fast and almost look
Yeah.
back and be like, "Where are my friends?" you know?
Yeah, I feel like I do. I
Mm-hmm.
feel like I have a pretty healthy relationship with one, my actual job. Like when I'm off, I'm off. I
Mm-hmm.
don't think about work. I don't, unless like a client needs to do
Right.
like a redo or something, I will lose sleep. I will absolutely
I
lose sleep
will
over
lose
that.
sleep. Right. Yeah.
But other than that, like when I leave work and go home, I'm home and that's it. And this is like my time away from that. And then when I'm at work, I'm at work. Like
Mm-hmm.
I think I have a pretty decent, healthy relationship with the two of those. And again, like I just and then like if I feel like making a TikTok, then I feel like making a fucking TikTok.
Right. But that
You
doesn't take
know,
like
I
hours on end, you know? Unless it does. I don't
no.
know.
It really doesn't sometimes. Like
Yeah.
sometimes I'll come up with like a random idea. Like I came up with, if this is your favorite game, like this is what your bedroom looks like. I randomly did that and I was like, "Oh, that was fun." But it's not something that like I honestly really think about too much. And that's why I have like my best friend to think about it for me because
For
sometimes she'll
me.
be like, "Oh my God."
You have a manager.
I kind of do.
Yeah.
I kind of do. And I have a creative manager pretty much.
So
And
you're
she'll
on
be
your
like, "Oh my
way.
God, like yeah, yeah, yeah." She's like, "Well, what if we do this?" And I'm like, "You know what? That's a great idea." And then like I'll write it down and then like I was like, "Eventually I'll get to that." But
Right.
it's yeah, I feel like I have a pretty decent healthy relationship of just like setting
Shutting the
boundaries
door,
with it. Like
right.
yeah,
And
shutting
I'm
the
sure
door when I
like
need to shut the door.
yeah, I'm sure having your boyfriend and having other things to do, a new place to explore like helps with that.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, we're two very introverted people, so like we do what we do is game and um I'll fucking game off streaming and just fucking vibe out or just be on the couch playing my fucking Switch. Um but yeah, I definitely feel like, it's a good it's a how do I want to call it? It's a good system that I have
Hmm.
where I'm not burning myself out completely.
Yeah. And it sounds really healthy to me. I mean, it doesn't seem like, give it a year or something, you're going to be like, oh, never mind. So,
Yeah.
well, to pivot a little bit, do you have any inspirations or creators that you looked up to or inspire you to create, or maybe like people you watched growing up that were really influential on you being like, actually, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna like go out of my way and go get the mic and the laptop and all the things.
I mean, again, like I said in the beginning, I used to watch, the typical like YouTubers. Um, but if I'm gonna be so for real, you in a way
Stop.
because
No
well
way.
because well because well because obviously like we had known each other before then and I saw how great you were doing and I was like, damn, like maybe I should like just start streaming again. But before that, like I just thought like Chris and I were two funny people and
Hmm.
like you know what I mean? Like,
Which is
oh,
true.
and his friends, yeah, like his friends were funny. So I was
Hmm.
like, oh, maybe like we should just get this on recording and just like see where that goes. Um, but I definitely like give a little credit to you, Bambina, because you
That's
were
crazy.
killing it. I know.
I
Believe
know.
it. Believe it. Believe it.
No, I straight up told Jess,
Um,
I was like, take all my followers, please.
oh my God. Yeah. So like you definitely inspired me in a way to kind of just fucking continue going and just to see where it goes 'cause dude, you were killing it.
It was mostly just going to events and stuff.
I have yet to go to any of those events.
Whatever.
Um
One of these days, I'll get you to go to one.
yeah, I just haven't gone to any of those.
Hmm.
One, I don't think there's a lot of them near me. Obviously, when I was living up north, obviously
I
there was
have one
like
friend in Georgia that would severely disagree with you.
really, I don't
Yeah.
know.
Yeah.
I would have to
I might
look
have to
into
get
it.
you in contact with her because she also loves Stardew and Spiritfarer and like Fallout
Oh my
and
God.
cosplays. She's absolutely so cool.
Oh my
Um,
God.
I might
Yeah,
actually have
like
to
I
get you in
know.
contact with her.
Yeah, because Georgia is like only like a couple
Yeah.
hours away. It's not that far. Um, but as far as I know,
Hmm.
there was more towards where I lived up north,
Yeah.
but I'm not too familiar with any here.
Right.
Um, so, I know there's like smaller ones,
Hmm.
but it would be cool to like obviously like go to one of those and just meet a ton of people. Um, but I do have travel anxiety.
I know. I
That's
was
my
like, let's
problem.
talk about the plane rides. Because, I mean, if you're going to go to them, you do have to get on a
That
plane. Yeah.
that's my problem is someone's gonna have to tranquilize my ass to get on a fucking airplane.
Oh my gosh. We'll
Yeah,
figure it out one day because I think you would really like it. Maybe next year we go to PAX East. Maybe.
maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe.
So, on that subject, have you ever made friends from the Twitch or TikTok space even and met them on like in person? Go from online to in
No.
person. Really?
Literally, no, no one.
That
I
is
don't
so
think so.
fun.
Literally no one. No,
That's
not one
probably
person.
right. I mean, if you go to these conventions or meetups, like you will, then you'll be like, man,
Right.
now I have all these friends on my phone. Like I'm gonna be
Right, right,
online
right.
more. But maybe that keep
Right.
makes it like a little bit easier to be like, my life is over here. You know?
Hmm.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, like I definitely want to make that into like a bucket list
Hmm.
of going to one of those conventions, like whether that be PAX East or like Comic-Con or whatever the
Right.
fuck, like whatever the hell is going on. It would definitely be a fun time. Like obviously, I am not a not that I'm not a Kingdom Hearts fan, but I've never played
Jess is
Kingdom
explicitly not a
Hearts.
Kingdom Hearts fan, and she'll be a refreshing guest for the show.
Do not come for me. Don't come for me. Don't
No,
come for me.
no, it's okay. Not everybody grew up on it, and most of the time it's like nostalgia
Well,
goggles.
right. And Chris did. Chris did. That is, he grew up on Kingdom Hearts. So I'm like, "Oh, that would have been fun if we went to reconnect." Um, but, again, travel anxiety. I would have to fly and all this other shit. And,
Right.
we're two we're bad in a sense of like we never take time off. Like we're just
Oh my
working all the
gosh.
time.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, like his not to just steer off for a second, but his boss literally yelled at him for not taking PTO. So I'm like, okay, we
Oh.
gotta eventually go out somewhere. But
Yeah, you should take a little trip, even if it's in the
I know,
car.
but I know. But yeah, like definitely a goal of mine to take a trip to one of those conventions. I think it would be cool and just meet a bunch of people and just socialize,
Yeah.
network and all that
Network,
stuff.
and then they'll come back and follow you. And then I'll be like,
Right.
"Yo, how'd you make all these friends?" You'll be like, "I finally went to one."
Oh my God. I think you'd be the first person I would tell if I was like going to one of them.
Well, I'll figure out a way. I have a lot of free time coming up, so
Yeah.
um so do you feel like, and this question is a little like people either have an answer for it or they don't, and it's totally fine if you don't. Do you feel like you have a mission statement or a why behind some of your content, or maybe like a through line of maybe it doesn't have to be so serious, or maybe let's just take the cozy gamer aesthetic and merge it with this other chaotic thing, because I see them kind of separate a lot of the time. Um, do you have something that you feel like is your why behind your content?
Yes and no.
Mm.
Yes, in a way where I think as a woman in the gaming world, I feel like we're told all the time, like by stupid people, like get in the kitchen and make me a fucking sandwich and this, that, and the other. And it's just like, all right, bro, like I'm calling your dad. Okay. So, you know, I always wanted to create a safe place for people. Like, I think that has always been my goal, like in general. Like, I want people to feel safe. Like, safety is like my number one thing always. Sorry, this LaCroix.
It's
Um,
okay.
and so yes and no. Like, no, obviously, like this is just something that I like to do for fun. And if the right people find me, then the right people find me. But when they do find me, I want to make sure that they feel safe to be who they are, whether literally sex, gender, like literally anything. Um, I just want people to like be who they are when they're like watching my streams or watching my content or just be like, I can relate to her or like, I just like her stuff. You know what I mean? So, yes and no.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I love that. There's plenty of spaces that claim they are safe but aren't actually. So that's huge to know that,
Right.
there I
Yeah.
feel like I've seen that too, where it's like safe space but only if you're this and this.
Yeah. And like, I'm just not into that. Like,
Yeah.
literally be who the fuck you are and who gives a shit. I always, I always struggled with the whole imposter syndrome. So
Hmm.
the older I get, I'm just like, this is who I am. And if you don't fucking like it, then
That's
there's the
yeah.
fucking door.
Yeah. I find that was sometimes maybe not like a glaring issue for me, but I would, instead of imposter syndrome, I always thought I'm a woman who speaks on things that bother me or I don't like. And I know as a woman in the gaming space, hits a nerve with some people. And
Yeah.
I think always in anything I do now at this point, I keep pushing that because I want people to get exposure to like a
Yeah.
person who is like totally sure of themselves. You know what I mean? And I feel like you accomplish the same thing. Well, maybe not as like silly as me, but you know, like you definitely know who you are and you're not shy about it.
Yeah. I feel like I've always been like that though. Like I've always tried to find myself.
Yeah.
So, yeah, like the older I get, I'm like, okay, like this is who I am. I'm way more confident in that. And now that I've been a little bit more consistent in streaming,
Hmm.
that imposter syndrome has kind of gone away.
Right.
And, you know, I'm like, oh, okay, like I don't have like this like weird dark cloud over me being like, no one gives a fuck. And like, I'm like, okay, if no one, like, if I don't
Yeah.
give a fuck now, like, if people want to find me and watch me, cool. And I'll just be here talking to myself, and that's totally fine too.
Yeah. I love your TikToks about that because I'm like, no, that's so gonna stop soon, and it'll be wild because you'll go back to those videos and be like, whoa.
Yeah. And like, my friend tells me all the time, she was like, girl, like, and my friend is like not really on Twitch like that. Like, she's
Hmm.
like she'll follow me and then she'll like hop on for a second and then she'll go on TikTok. She's like, girl, you are killing it. Like,
Hmm.
she's like, you just make me so proud. And like, i'm like I'm like, do I? Like, I don't know. Like, I don't know. Sometimes the silliest TikToks will blow up
Hmm.
and I'm like, well, what the hell was that? Like, okay. Like, I recently started a comment war because I said, what is the game you refuse to play?
Uh-huh. Oh no.
And oh my God, like it had gotten like over 100,000 and like almost 10,000 comments, but like they're all arguing. I'm like, what did I just do? I'm
You're like,
like,
not the breeding
fuck.
ground.
Well, I think it was because I said that like I refuse to play Marvel Rivals, and that
Oh.
just
Wait, did you read them
and
all?
no, I can't. I literally can't. But there's like people, like there was a bunch of comments just like, oh, well, it's a skill issue.
No, it's a
Actually,
bad
it's
time
not.
simulator.
Yeah, it's a bad time simulator. Obviously, Chris plays it all the time and
Yeah,
he loves it, but I'm
I
like, it's just not my
know.
thing, and that's fine. It was made to be like a funny, like, haha,
Hmm.
but
Then
some
people took
people
it
were just like,
seriously.
people took it so
No.
seriously.
Right.
Yeah, and
I
there was
know.
a whole bunch of games. There was a whole bunch of games on there that I've played that I'm like, some people said Baldur's Gate 3, and I'm like, actually, you're wrong.
You're just wrong
Actually,
on
you're
that
wrong.
one.
You're just wrong on that.
I enjoy that game. I'm just like, I don't know what the fuck I'm doing in that game. So good on you because
It,
you played it like 5 times.
so how you feel about Baldur's Gate is how I'm feeling about Persona.
We can help each other. Because
Literally,
I'll be
like
looking at my inventory like, what am I doing?
yeah, it's definitely a learning curve, and I'm sure obviously Persona is a
Oh
learning
my gosh.
curve.
Yeah.
Because again, I am playing Persona for the first motherfucking time,
Hmm.
and I have Bambina here guiding me, being my Persona guidance, my guidance counselor, I guess.
That's appropriate at
And
school.
yeah. And
It's a lot
yeah,
at first.
I think a couple of people even said Persona in the comments, and
Oh,
I don't
really?
know. Oh yeah, like if you
Yeah.
go and like just look at a
I'm gonna go
couple
investigate
TikTok
after this.
there was even like some comments that I had to approve. There was like
Oh,
500 comments that I had to approve because they were just saying wild shit.
the
I'm like,
hateration.
be so fucking for real. Like, it was a
I don't know what
joke.
it is.
Relax.
People love to crash out about opinions, and I'm like, it's an opinion. It's not gonna be like shared fact. Like,
Right. It's my opinion. Yeah,
yeah.
like I I don't know what it is about the gaming community. Like hot
No,
takes are real
really.
fucking hot.
No, I
Are
know. Yeah. And I feel like if you're not crashing out over one, you're trying to deliver one to get some sort of engagement, which is insane.
yeah,
But I guess
right.
content creation or whatever.
Yeah,
So
yeah, I
this
guess
kind of
so.
segues me. What is the best and worst thing about being online, in your opinion?
I mean, the let's start with the worst.
Okay.
Um, I think the only thing that I can think of right now is when you're a small streamer and you're starting out, it is the whole like talking to yourself kind of
Mm.
thing. That's tough. Like that's a tough thing to do. Like it kind of happened this morning and I'm
Mm-hmm.
just like, all right, we're gonna fucking just continue on with the game. Let's fucking go. Um, and then the best thing is just, like just fucking talking to people and honestly just playing the fucking game that you like to play.
Yeah.
Um, but I don't think I've ever really experienced something that was like bad. Oh,
She said,
um,
"Wait, hold on."
no, this is like funny. I mean, obviously like talking to yourself, but like when those like digital artists come into your chat,
No, yeah.
they're just
I
like,
love your artwork. I have a
I
link for
love your
you.
artwork. Yeah, no, you can go. Bye bye. Bye. Bye bye bye.
Yeah.
But like that's just being funny. Other than that, I really don't think I can think of something that's like bad.
Right.
Um, everything seems to be pretty good on my end at least.
Yeah. Well, I love to hear that. At least you haven't had, if you're not reading those comments, especially if they're not really like about you or your opinion, like, then
No,
who
no, because
cares?
they're like all arguing with each other.
Right. And maybe
I'm
that's the
like, all
best way
right,
to
pop
do it.
off.
Just feel like, I'm gonna put this out and then not look at the rest of it.
Right, right. Exactly.
Oh my gosh. Well, what is your biggest self critique? We're getting personal now. Can be about
Ooh.
gaming or content creating or just like IRL stuff.
I think my biggest critique I feel like would be my lack of creativity, I guess. Like I have to really think really hard to get creative, Like the other day I was thinking I was like, "Man, maybe I should do something like cool for people who sub that kind of correlates with like my vibe and aesthetic." And I'm like, I was so close. I don't do this, but I was so close to just like asking Chat GPT. I was like, what do I do?
What
But
the?
I did. I was like,
Just
what do I
what? I could help you with that so fast.
I know.
ChatGPT
And
instead of just,
I'm
hey girl,
I
you got an idea for
I'm
this?
kidding.
She says she's kidding. I don't know.
Kidding. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. So I was like, oh, like maybe I can find like these like I don't know if they exist, but I was like, maybe I can find like blank tarot cards and I can like create a tarot card for each subscriber or like very witchy grimoire book and like call it like the book of the subscribes or you know what I mean? Like something like
Mhm.
that. Cause I'm like, man, like I've seen a couple streamers that I watch who do like really cool things for whether they have like a whiteboard behind them
Mhm.
and like they have subscribers written down or stupid, silly, cute stuff like that. So definitely my biggest critique is like my lack of creativity and like I'm constantly being like, I don't know what to do. Like how do I stand out to be a little bit different from others? So that's why like I'm constantly talking to my best friend who she's so good with ideas. And now I know, like, let me hit up Bambina if I'm really stuck
Are you a
before I hit up
projector? Do you know what I'm
ChatGPT.
talking about?
Oh yeah. Oh my God. What is that called
I
again?
know. I just thought about that. I'm like, what is that called?
I don't remember. I took that quiz so long ago.
I know.
I'm I might be.
Because projectors, if I'm going off of like just memory, they have to be invited to like ask for the
Yeah.
thing. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah. I might be a projector because if I don't feel
Human design is what it's
wanted,
called.
yes, human design. Yeah,
Hmm.
I might be actually. I might have to retake it now and just
Yeah,
double check. But
I'm a manifesting generator, so I'm constantly doing the
oh,
new thing, which
no, I am a manifesting. There's two manifesting
yeah, so
ones.
there's
I,
manifester and then manifesting generator,
shit, I might be
and then there's
manifesting
generator.
generator.
Yeah, and then
Oh
projector,
no,
and
I'm
then
just
there's one more.
I think I'm just generator.
Ah, okay, okay. I
I
haven't
think
talked
I'm
about
just
that stuff in
generator.
so long. And then there's a reflector.
Yeah, no, I think
Yeah.
I'm generator.
Some people are gonna be like, "Yo, you lost me here."
Cut it out. Just cut it
Look
out.
it up. Look it up. Yeah.
So, and I'm asking Chris all the time, like literally just press start was Chris's idea.
No, okay. Because how do I say this? Like, when you changed your username to that, I was like, interesting. Because I kind of figured it
Yeah,
was gonna stay unfiltered
the
witch.
unfiltered. Right.
Right.
And I just felt like I needed to rebrand because obviously like the unfiltered witch on Instagram, I was just kind of now it's more personal than anything.
Mm.
Like I haven't really posted anything like tarot related or anything like that. I felt like I needed like a whole new rebrand. And I was like, okay, do I want to like add my name to it? But I want to make it like a cute like pun. And,
Right.
I just was so stuck. I think at one point, man, what was the name that I originally had? Quest with Jess is
Oh,
what
okay.
like yeah, like Quest with Jess is something that I came up.
Uh
And then
huh.
I'm like, it's not really like it's
Hitting.
not hitting.
Yeah.
And Chris and I were literally laying in bed and he was just like, just press start. And I was like, oh my God, you son of a bitch. Like that, I love that. I was like, wait. So Chris is the reason why I'm just press start. And I don't know, it was just something that clicked. And I was like, fuck, I really do like that. And I was like, all right, I think that's it. Like, I think that's the name. And I made a like new Instagram for that. And then I changed the name on TikTok from Unfiltered Witch to Just Press Start.
Okay.
And then
Huh.
obviously I changed it on Twitch as well. But
Yeah.
that's how that name came about is Christopher.
What would
And
we
that's
do
the thing,
without him?
like, and that's the thing, like he's so quick with it sometimes. And I'm like, see, I'm not quick with it. Like I need time to think about it. And when I think about it, I'm overthinking.
Mm.
So it's a problem.
It's a problem. I feel like you are creative though. You just don't maybe see yourself as the word like creative. Like,
I don't. I
yeah.
really don't. I don't think I've ever really considered myself as a creative person or
Hmm.
a like content creator. I'm just
Well,
like
you
I'm just
do
out
create
here.
content. Right.
I do. I do. But I guess oh well I was like maybe that imposter syndrome is still in me a little bit because I just never really considered myself like something like that. I think it's very
Yeah.
dystopian in a sense and like
Yeah.
I try to ground
Yeah.
myself as much as I can, but
There's
yeah,
definitely
that is
like a weird like connotation when people are like, you're content creators, but it's like once you're on this side of things and then you get past, I've already done my first 100 streams or whatever, I've already sat and talked to no one, like there's like something that comes with that where you're like, okay, it's fine now. Like,
right, right.
right.
So
And
I
who
would say
knows? I feel
that's
like
my
you'd
like
already at 100 probably streams.
um I
I
don't
don't know.
think I'm
There's probably, I think
no.
there's like an achievement for that.
I think so, but I don't think I'm there yet.
Hmm.
I feel like I don't think
Close.
I'm there yet. Close.
You do
Maybe
stream
close,
a
but I don't
lot.
think I'm there yet.
Yeah.
I definitely want to stream a little bit more, but I feel like twice a week cuz obviously
Right.
um I stream on my days off because your girl is slaying hair for 10 hours a day.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I'd have to check how many streams I have so far. I don't really know.
That'd be fun. So, as far as online, and again, you can say this for offline too, what are you most proud of?
Um the growth, the definitely growth, and um continuing to put myself out there, um and also just like not overthinking too much. I still do that, but not I'm proud of like not really giving a fuck.
Yeah, I do enjoy that. About I think my favorite content creators are the people who don't really care that much, and you can tell because their
Yeah.
personality just kind of like comes out.
Yeah. I feel like that was one thing that I was afraid of, is like losing myself in a way.
Hmm.
And some of my coworkers have found me, and I'm like,
Oh
girl,
no.
like, oh Lord. But,
Right.
they're very supportive, and like, my boss she'll call me Twitch sometimes. She's like, "Hey, Twitch." And I'm like,
Oh. But yes.
uh, but yeah, but like, fuck, should I block you? Like, I don't know.
I know.
So,
Yeah.
but no, like, I appreciate the support no matter what. But I'm very proud of giving less of a fuck about what people think about me. And I'm proud of, like, again, I think the theme of this podcast is imposter syndrome, is just really letting go of that and just saying fuck it and just fucking doing it. Just do it.
Just press
Just
start.
do it. Just press start. Literally.
The way your eyes lit up was so funny. You're like, yes. Oh my gosh.
Ugh.
Well, I've been loving seeing your progress and how you've kind of progressed and changed, and I feel like altered things about the stream to be more you throughout time. And maybe it's not obvious, but you can always reach out to me or other friends in the space that you have made, and they're more than happy to help you in any way. Um, and yeah,
No.
it's just really exciting to see like somebody that I've semi known parasocially probably for a long time.
Right, 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 right.
Like be on the space and like I don't know, it's just fun to be there and support you. So it's been really fun to see.
And I really appreciate that. Like, that makes me really happy. And, I know I have, like, obviously, like, online friends,
Mhm.
from like your Discord
Mhm.
that, have come over to my streams, who like seem super dope and cool. And um that really means a lot, of just like, okay, like, you guys really like me. Like, okay,
No, they do.
cool.
There'll be like times where I pop in, I'm like, "Wait, what the hell? They're all here." I'm like, "Well, okay, cool."
Here you go, take them.
Yeah, no, really. I'm like, "Y'all be nice to her. I got to go."
No, literally everyone's been so great. And, lately the people that have been popping into my streams have been like super fucking dope and cool. And it definitely like makes you feel good. There
Right.
definitely is that like satisfactory feeling of just like, okay, like this feels nice. This feels nice. Like, I'm not doing it just for nothing, but like, this is cool,
You're like,
you know?
I could get used to this.
Yeah, I can get used to this. I can get used to this.
Yeah. Well, what's next for you? Do you have some games coming down the pipeline? Anything you're excited for, either on or offline? I know a bunch of games got announced recently.
Yeah, I mean, obviously right now I'm in a persona journey. Um that who knows how long that'll take. There's obviously a bunch of games that I want to play online, but nothing crazy coming up. Just still continuing to do me and stream and, have a good time. And the only thing is, I probably have to like move out of this apartment in a couple
Right.
months. So there might be like probably a solid month where I have to not stream because my shit will be packed.
Hmm.
That's the only thing. So
TikTok
like,
though.
probably, yeah, like, I'll probably still like make some TikToks, but
You should
I
rage bait
have
everyone
we
in the meantime.
Oh
Just
my
get a
God.
bunch of comments.
Listen, I will certainly do that. So I have to, our goal is to be out of this apartment like mid-September. So
Mhm.
so probably the entire month of September will kind
Yeah.
of be a little dark for streaming because
Yeah.
life is lifing
Sounds
right
like
now.
you'll come back for fall though and some Halloween vibes.
Yeah, yeah. So I'm gonna stream as much as I can this summer
Mhm.
and get that Persona content out and just see what else I want to play.
Mhm.
But then like I'll probably end up having to take a break in September and then your girl will probably be back full throttle in a new space in
Exciting.
October. Yeah, yeah. So these lights have to go down. I mean, I might do something different with it, but
Mhm.
um everything has to go. And it's not really my choice, but anyway.
Well, I'm sure you'll like the new place better, and I'm sure
Yeah.
the setup will still be amazing, and I can't wait to
Oh yeah.
see how you continue to grow and how the new space looks and just to be along for the ride. I feel like it's really fun, especially to be there kind of at the beginning and watch it grow. So, I
Yeah,
can't wait for
yeah.
more.
I love that.
Yeah. Well, thank you for sharing and being on the pod. Everyone, this has been Just Press Start. Please be sure to check out Jess over on Twitch and TikTok for more chaotic fun, and I will see you next time. Bye,
Thank you,
everyone.
Bambina.
Bye.